Good day, ladies and gentlemen, this is Advanced Logic, and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. And, I don't know what to think of this.
It's finally time for that weapon I worked so hard to get. You probably already know this, but...
Why you have to say that? Okay, yeah, you're not even trying, honestly. I don't even know what to think of that. Minna, really? You had to go there. We've already been through this shit before. We even taught the kids. You weren't there, but we taught them. God freaking damn it. And also, this is locked. And since we're not a wolf, we can't exactly go digging underneath there. Though I kind of wish we could. It'd be kind of nice. Just seeing Lunk digging right underneath there. I don't even know. So, it's the Ordonian. You seem familiar, but then your clothes seem kind of different, so I got thrown off for a second. Listen, things have been a little rough around here lately, so you should watch your step, okay, guy? There's so many monsters now. I got kind of scared and closed off the path to the temple. But, you guy, you want to get back there, huh? Sure do look geared up for it. So, here you go. And that was a weird-ass camera, but you know what? Screw it, we're not going to question that. Yeah, the woods on the other side of this cave are covered in really thick fog, so make sure your lantern is full. You're definitely going to need to use your lantern a lot in there, so bring all the oil you can. Check this out. I have a special one-time offer of a bottle full of lantern oil for only 100 rupees. You know, normally I would laugh in your fucking face, say no, and walk away, but not exactly going for the oil here. I'm going for the freaking bottle. The bottle. I wish I could use that up right now, but we're definitely going to be needing the oil. Strange enough, we actually do need a bottle of oil soon enough. Yeah, keep using lantern so you'll come back and buy more. You're actually serious. It pains me to actually laugh at you, but you seem so genuine thinking that we're going to come back for that. You know, maybe we will. I'll actually humor you. Maybe. I kind of doubt it, though. Nah, who am I kidding? No. I'm not even going to bother humoring you, because then that would seem kind of pathetic in a way. I'm not calling you pathetic, Koro, but I'm calling it pathetic that I have to try to pity you, or at the very least, consider pitying you. You don't need no stinking pity. Okay, where am I going with this? I don't even know. Anyway, all sorts of enemies all over the place. They're not even bothering me. I'm just killing them just for shits and giggles, but you know, that's how Lunk rolls. He can get away with anything because he's beautiful. He's kind of like Boa Hancock. Only, honestly, he cannot compare to her at all.
Hey, what's this monkey's problem? You idiot! While you were staring off into dreamland, your lantern got stolen.
Just keep giving the ghost blowjobs and I won't say a thing about that, Minna. I don't know, I still keep imagining that. And honestly, since she is our shadow, I am kind of imagining right now she's getting a little disoriented with the way the shadows keep moving like that. Monkey's just shaking the lantern, she's like,
Stop it! Stop it, I'm starting to think I'm gonna be sick!
Or something like that, I don't know. That's just my imagination going wild here, because honestly, this is kind of a pace boggler of sorts. I don't know how to put it. Pretty much, you're just escorting this monkey, killing the occasional enemy that pops into view because of this fog. And that's about it with this. You're just honestly following the... Did they really need this part? And then the monkey just goes crazy if an enemy's nearby, so it's kind of a given right there. And I still have that half bottle of milk, but I am definitely not using that until I absolutely, positively need to use it. So yeah, if I'm almost dead, then I'll use it. Though if there's a part where it's like pretty much guaranteed that I'm going to die if I don't use it, then I'm going to use it. Or at the very least, I'd rather be more cautious than anything else, but I'd rather not use this until I get the most out of the recovery for it, you know? So if I'm half a heart... if I only have like half a heart left, then don't be surprised, then that's why. Okay, then there's this guy, there we go. Guy, girl, Baba thing. Yeah, you know what? I'll humor it. I don't even need the freaking... honestly don't even need the seeds. I haven't used a single one in a while. And I just keep following this monkey. So yeah, keep in mind with how the monkey works around with the lantern, where like it shakes it and then the fog goes away. While the lantern is necessary to go through this fog, you have to keep consistently pressing the button the lantern is equipped on in order to get the fog to move away. And now it's out of oil. So this is what I was saying with needing a bottle full of lantern oil. So you have to have the lantern on one of the buttons and the bottle equipped on the other. And yeah, a whole bottle of lantern oil fills up your lantern to capacity. So yeah, keep that in mind. And I would like to go back to Orden Village right now, but I think it's almost time for the sun to set. So I think by the time I finally get around to it, then well, all the shops are gonna be closed, so it's gonna be pointless. I would have liked to use this bottle towards filling it up with milk, and I would like to fill it up with some red potion from here, but considering red potion gets 8 hearts for like what, I think it's like 30 or 40 rupees, I'd rather not waste that much money. Even though it'd be, I don't know, we're gonna get a lot of it, honestly. And while I was ranting, apparently this happened. You know, that's a lot more noticeable in HD. They just swapped the models, that's all they really did for that. They didn't make it seem mystical at all. Anyway. Crap.
The sword wields no strength unless the hand that holds it has courage. You may be destined to become the hero of legend, but your current power would disgrace the proud green of the hero's tunic you wear.
Talking shit?
You must use your courage to seek power, and find it you must. Only then will you become the hero for whom this world despairs. If you do find true courage, and you wish to save Hyrule from the horrors it now faces, then you will be worthy to receive the secrets I hold. And you know what? Fuck it, here's the first one. I don't know. Enemies that are filled with energy will quickly recover and attack again even when stunned by a powerful strike. The ending blow is a secret technique you can use on stunned enemies to end their breath before they spring back into action. When an enemy lies collapsed on the ground, stunned, ZL target and press A to leap high into the air and deliver a final strike. When the opportunity to end their breath is before you, you will see Finish A appear vividly before your eyes.
I honestly don't know how that would work in real life if you all of a sudden saw a prompt in your eyes, but I think I would be a little freaked out. I'm like, what the hell? So yeah, you smack this guy, and once they're down, if they still have enough health left, then you can finish them off.
That was a pinpoint strike. Never overlook your opportunity to finish with A. Versed in skill, the ending blow has been passed on.
So here's a hidden skill, and the first one is a required one, the ending blow. You'll know what it means when it's an actual required one.
Those are only for one who carries the blood of the hero, the one whose spirit is that of the sublime beast. Grow powerful, test your courage, and when you find that you need another skill to overcome the threats that face you, search for the statues that howl with the sound of the wind. Seek the sound that calls to the spirit of the beast to awaken me again. The sword wields no strength unless the hand that holds it has courage. Remember those words. Farewell.
Well, ain't that nice? So yes, this is a hidden skill, and there's 7 total, and the first one is required to actually progress, because they won't let you progress without getting it. Honestly, that kind of bugs me a little bit. Just like all of a sudden there's a wolf right in front of you and you can't do anything until it let it attack you, and then all this crap. But you know what? That's beside the point. The other ones are entirely optional, though I will be going for them, obviously, for 100%. Nope, I don't... Oh, great. I was trying to avoid that. You know what? Screw it. Here we are at the Forest Temple. So the very first dungeon of Twilight Princess HD. And there's a lot of stuff that you gotta kind of pick up from here if you want to progress with the other dungeons. And by that I mean like the way things work in these dungeons, you know? Some things that are exclusive to this one, other things that you kind of want to pick up in order to like transfer them to other dungeons. You know, in terms of actually finding stuff out. So of course there's those mini Tolas. I think that's their names, I can't really remember. But yeah, those die easily with one shot of the slingshot. The slingshot! The worst projectile thing we have right now. Well, the only projectile thing we have right now, but you know what I mean. Also 10 rupees. And I'm gonna go for every single chest in a dungeon that I could possibly get the first time through. If there's an item we need later on from the dungeon later on, then I'll come back and grab said item. You know what I mean. There we go. Oh yeah, you can climb it just fine, but if I try to climb it, they're gonna try to kick my ass. Freaking mini Tolas.
Hey, that's the monkey that stole your lantern. Doesn't it look like she's beckoning you? Aren't you the popular one?
Yeah. Freaking monkeys. Honestly, we attract all sorts of ladies. That's why we are Lunk the Hunk. Da. I don't even know. Also, I think... no, wait. I'm thinking of the next room. Kinda jumping the gun here. Because I know one of these rooms gives you, like, the map right off the bat. You gotta kind of go... I don't think that's it right there up there. Anyway, Skull Tolas. So these are the kind of enemies you want to use the finishing blow with. You don't have to, but it'd be nice. You know, get them out of the way as soon as possible, you know? Anyway, like I've said before, these lantern things, they are pretty much... Once you see them, use them. Light them up, I mean. And of course, we needed that to progress. And yep, this is the chest I was thinking about. Anytime you see this, it's always an important item. A dungeon map. So you just press up on the D-pad to view the map. Green rooms of the ones you visited. The yellow arrow shows your current location. And you can tilt the left stick to change floors. Though, the Forest Temple is only one floor. They kind of keep it simple for the first dungeon. They didn't want you going through multiple floors. Later on, though, there's going to be all sorts of dungeons that have a lot of floors on them. So, yeah, the map will be your freaking, I wouldn't say godsend. I mean, it's pretty much a necessity if you want to traverse the dungeons and remember where you've been before. And then there's this freaking monkey. God, what an ass. God, what an ass. No, I'm kidding. I don't even know what I'm going with that. I'd rather not go there. And Lunk's just bopping his head to the monkey, just like, Where now?
Oh, what's going on? Has there been a monkey fight? Oh no, now we can't go any farther. Might as well go back. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like she wants to take you somewhere. So maybe you should just follow her.
Okay, ghost blowjob lady, Midna person. And so yeah, there's nothing we can do in this part, since that giant monkey with the boomerang kind of just cut off our path. And yes, I am fully aware, if you saw, like, when we raised up these ladders, or like these stairs, there was a little crack on the wall, and we could have dealt with that, but honestly, I think it'd make a little more sense if we dealt with it a little later. At the very least, it would feel like it's more natural progression, you know what I mean? And yes, this was right next to that freaking ladder, or next to those stairs. These are called bombings. These are pretty much bombs before you could actually grab bombs. And yeah, though they are technically enemies. What? Whew, out at last. Gracious, once I got in there, I couldn't squeeze back out. You were a big help. Thanks. I've been looking for something in here, you see. Gracious, yes. You must need something here, too. Shall we try working together for a while, fellow adventurer? I can even warp in red text you out in red text out here if you want to leave. You'll be able to come back to the same room anytime you want. I could be quite helpful, you see. So don't think of me as a burden. Now let's get started. Yeah, Lunk's face is pretty much my face the first time I ever saw this thing. And yes, you are not wrong. Those are nipples. And it's a she. I'm surprised this didn't get anything more than a T. Well, nowadays, pretty sure this would have gotten an M, but, you know, that's beside the point. We got Uku, if I'm even pronouncing the name right. Pretty much, you could warp out of the dungeon with her, and then you could warp back into the dungeon with the item that she leaves you. But I would suggest for the first time through, do not use Uku, because there's practically no reason you need to use her, unless you're going into this really unprepared for a hero mode run. But even then, that's kind of a stretch. You could do just fine with a couple game overs. It's not like this game penalizes you for it, you know? Anyway, I'm just gonna... Down you go. Into the water. Like a dumbass. I don't even know, man. And... Monkey, we kind of need a key, so I can't do anything over there. Nothing we could really do over here. I mean, there's these things. And this suspicious-looking pattern, but... yeah, we can't really do much here. So let's just go onward. Or at the very least go to the next possible room there is. That's the way progress works in any Zelda game. If there's no progress you can do in one room, go exploring for another room that might actually lead you to some progress. And this is sort of the gimmick of the Forest Temple. Pretty much you want to manipulate wind, or have wind manipulate like these paths that you can cross upon. But yeah, there's not really much else. Anyway, I think there's, no, we can't do anything in this room. Very least, you saw that that thing got manipulated by the wind, and since we're in this area where there's no wind, this thing won't shift automatically. Only the outside does that. So yeah, and when we just got a small key, those big chests usually carry important items, or at the very least, like, very helpful items. The small chests... Well, they can carry keys too, but they can also are more often than not they carry rupees or like item replenishment. You know, if they replenish your items and whatnot. And you know, I should probably try to show this off soon. Like I did mention in the last part, I was going to show off amiibo functionality, or at the very least one aspect of it. And before this part is over, I think I'm going to try to show it off. Friggin' monkeys. Though it's really pointless to try to show it off right now because I barely have any damage on me. Nor am I gonna actually try to take some damage, you know? Also, yeah, I know about this chest because I'd rather not come back to this room at all. Cut down on, like, backtracking and whatnot. I was going to do that. Kind of figured that out when I first came in here. But you know what? Screw it. I'll let you have that fun. Ah, freaking... There we go. You have to do it twice with this sort of thing. Even though back in the first room we did it in, it was just one pot. But then again, a pot does not equal the weight of a monkey, you know? Anyway, Bulbins. And... oh, hey, look at that! I actually managed to pull off a finishing blow on a freaking Bulbin. Even though, honestly, that's almost impossible to do because you could finish off Bulbins really freaking easily. It only takes like 2 swipes with your Ordnance Sword. Oh, look, and keep this in mind, obviously. This is another gimmick with the Forest Temple. You need monkeys to progress into areas with wide gaps. Since we don't have much of an arsenal, we really have to make use of the monkeys. Anyway, let's just make our way back because there's honestly... oh, crap, I didn't mean to do that. But you know what, screw it, we're going to go over here. Not much we can do in the other rooms. Or at the very least, there's nothing we could do with that one area with those little wind panels and the suspicious-looking pattern. So, screw it. And not much we can really do to manipulate wind either. Shifty eyes. At the very least, not yet. But you know, that's what they do with every Zelda dungeon. They set it up so it's like you're limited on your movements because you don't have a certain item. Then you get a certain item, which lets you manipulate said movements, and then the rest is piss easy. But you know what? That's not a complaint at all. I always love it when they do that. Always makes you feel like you're actually making progress, you know? And then there's these things. You want to watch out with these. They can latch onto you just like any other Deku Baba. But when you get to cutting their heads off, they're still alive, so you want to be careful. They could still... they have range once you cut their heads off, so you want to be really careful with that sort of thing. Plus, they could still kind of like bump into you for touch damage, I think. And then there's these things right here. And yeah, this thing, we can't do anything with it. I wonder if I could get Minna's info on this.
I was wondering why she was being so nice. Now I know she just wanted you to help her friends. I don't like it, but we need to help her too, so I guess we have to.
Or something like that. I don't know. I was just kind of rambling on there a little bit. So yeah, there's these things. You want to try to deal with them, and also the bomblings. And the bombling plus these things equals obvious death, because if you don't deal with them, this happens. Even if you make it over the freaking gap. You know, this would actually be a pretty good time to try to show it off. Alright, bombling. Smack me. I didn't even mean to do that. You know what? Screw it. I'll just go with it. Pretty simple stuff. But honestly, you have no idea how much that stumped me when I first played this game in general. Like the GameCube version, the first time I played that one, and I didn't... Okay, that time I didn't even mean to do it, but you know what? Screw it. You wouldn't believe how many times how many game overs it took me to realize that you kinda gotta kill them with bomblings. Also, I'm gonna try to avoid using that half bottle of milk because I want to show off the amiibo functionality before the part's over. So you have to be on the collection screen in order to scan in an amiibo. And I'm only gonna show off the effects of 2 certain amiibos, and I'll show off the other ones in later parts when they're more relevant. And then there's one exclusive to this game that came along with it, but that's for way later. So if you scan in a Zelda and Sheik amiibo, you could recover your health. Though it's not going to show it on screen right there, it actually shows it on the gamepad. It'll say hearts have been replenished. Honestly, I wish they would have shown it a little more effectively. But as you can see, now I went from 1 heart to 3 hearts. Pretty great stuff. Well, if you want to feel like a little bitch about it, I don't know. Honestly, I would assume that's more for like a hero mode run and mix it in with the effect of another amiibo, but I'll get to that later, to that amiibo that I'm mentioning to in another time. When it's a lot more relevant to the story, you know what I mean? But anyway, we dealt with that thing, and there's a chest right behind it. So if you could figure that out, then you get a pretty handsome reward for doing that. I'm just gonna go in here, open this up, and wouldn't you know it, it's our second piece of freaking heart. So now we just need 3 more to make a full heart container. I think there's usually just 2 heart pieces throughout every dungeon. And then there's 2 of another certain collectible that we haven't really gotten to yet. So, well, we'll get to that soon enough. Anyway, we're just gonna go to this door that we finally opened up thanks to a bombling. And you know what? I think soon I'm probably just gonna call it a part. But first comes this. Saving more monkeys, obviously. And then there's this chest right here, so obviously you want to kind of keep that in mind, you know? What you did with the monkey before, and then you can grab some more items as such. And there it is. So here we get a small key, and obviously we're going to need this because the door that was locking the monkey away had a lock on it. So you kind of want to watch it with these things. These are pretty much, I can't remember their official names, but pretty much if you stand on top of the tiles that they're underneath, then you're going to get flung. And I'm pretty sure it does a lot of damage in hero mode. You want to be careful. Also, there's a chest right underneath there, but it's not really anything we could do now because I already have those lit up. So we can't really get to it until a little later into the dungeon. Bear with me right now. Oh crap, was this? Okay. How about no? There we go. Nope. Also, I like this pose. Every time you pull off a hidden skill properly, and you sheathe your sword right afterwards. It's a feel-good sort of thing, you know? And I think... Wait a minute. Yep. Saw a chest right there. I'm gonna grab this one at the very least, you know? Anyway, I think there's a couple more things we're gonna do, and I'm gonna call it a part. I've already shown off what I wanted to do. Amiibo functionality and all that. Also 20 rupees. Pretty great stuff. Oh boy, damn, Lunk. I keep forgetting I'm gonna call you Lunk. Rather, that's the thing I'm gonna make with this Let's Play. Anyway, one more room we gotta explore, and then then that's pretty much it. For the first half of the dungeon, you know? Where the hell did the monkey go? Just leaped right down, just like, okay, I'll see you later. Wait, never mind, it's still following me. It's like, come get it, bitch. Okay. Anyway, just pretty much a really giant Deku Baba. You want to deal with it. More often than not, you want to deal with it with jump strikes. Oh, and it kind of got out of the way from there. Ah, crap. One whole heart. Crap. There we go. Yeah, get back here. Come on, buddy. Woo! Jump strikes are really effective. Trust me, you could really just make all sorts of progress just doing nothing but Z targeting and pressing A, you know? Anyway, now that thing's exposed. Bombling, thank you. And of course the monkey just ran away. Just like, oh hell no, I'm not dealing with you right now. And well, that's pretty much all there is to it. At the very least, it made the key a lot more shinier. Just by carrying it in its stomach. I'm not complaining. Anyway, I think that's just about all the monkeys we could save at this point. And I'm gonna call that a part, because I gotta go check on something real quick before I continue onward. Next time on Let's Play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD, well, we're gonna see what the rest of the dungeon has to offer now that we have at least 4 monkeys on their team. Oh, crap, Bombling. I'm not messing with that right now. And I think this is just a door that leads outside, but that's irrelevant to the monkeys. Alright, see you guys then.